I'm Lindsay, and this is Lindsay Knows Local, the podcast where I keep you in the loop on everything happening in our community, from new businesses and local events to development updates and the people making it all happen. This is your inside look at what's coming, what's changing, and what you don't want to miss. Whether you live here, work here, or just love knowing what's next, this podcast is all about staying connected, supporting local, and knowing your community a little better. Because when it comes to what's happening around here, Lindsay knows local.
Hi, I'm Lindsay, and this is Lindsay Knows Local. So today we're going to go into something that somebody commented and sent me, and that is charities and nonprofits in Tomball. So I knew some of these, but I didn't know a lot of these. So once I started digging in, I was actually quite excited to see that there's a lot going on in Tomball that I had no idea about. Okay, so the first one I want to talk about is the Tomball Emergency Assistance Ministries. It is shortened as TEAM. So this is one that I've been in Tomball for 16 years. It has been a big footprint in Tomball. So when you go downtown Tomball, there is a brick, it's sort of like a brown brick building, and it says TEAM on the side. And that's what I'm talking about here. So they provide food, rent help, utilities, clothing, and emergency financial assistance. So they do a lot for the community. One other thing that they have, which I've been inside, is the retail shop. And there is a lot of product in the shop. So they have anywhere from furniture, plates, clothes, and they're all, I noticed, I took away from, is that they're in really good condition. Because sometimes you can walk into places and it has some stuff, but it's not good quality. And I felt that the team really provided a lot of good quality resale items. And if you go down, several times I've seen this where people are standing and they're wrapped around the building. So this is used quite heavily. So if you're thinking about donating items, they have a really big following in helping the community. This is a full volunteer-driven charity, and it's very community-based. Like I said, it's always busy. They're open Tuesday through Saturday from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. So a very large range of hours. And like I said, their prices were good. The environment was very clean. And I thought it was a really good way to showcase what they get in donations. Very organized, which my team was very happy about when I went to go visit. One thing that they don't accept, so keep this in mind, they do not accept mattresses, large mirrors, older electronics, or anything damaged. So make sure everything you're donating is really good quality, not damaged, and they will be happy to take it. The next nonprofit I'm going to talk about is the St. Vincent de Paul Society. It is the food pantry of St. Anne's Catholic Church. Now, St. Anne's is located in the heart, again, of downtown Tomball, right off Main Street, and this is the food pantry. So their mission is network of friends inspired by gospel values, growing in holiness, and building a more just world through personal relationships, which I think is fantastic. They help, again, with rent, utilities. Now, I will note that you will need an ID and you will need a copy of your bills, and they send the money directly to the utility company to get that paid for them as soon as they can. You know, when you talk about utilities, you don't want people's lights or water getting shut off. So they make sure that payment is sent directly there to get it turned on as fast as they can. One thing is they give out basic household needs, as well as they offer support for families in short-term financial needs. So that can be in between jobs. That can be, you know, you're just in a rough spot in life and you need something to go get from the pantry. They do offer a lot of those types of scenarios that really helps people out in a short-term basis. Hours, they are closed Sunday through Wednesday, but they're open Thursday through Saturday. So definitely look up the hours on the website and know when to go, but a great opportunity if you need something. The next one I'm going to talk about is the Renewal Center. So this is almost a 3-in-1, and I did not realize that these were all connected. I had no clue. I thought they were individual, but they're actually integrated. So the Renewal Center is a nonprofit located in downtown Tomball, yet again, and they are faith-based mission with social enterprise. And so they focus on life recovery and stability support. So they also help with resources, referrals, and rebuilding after a crisis. So keep them in mind. And when I talk about the next one, This is going to be right downstairs, and it's called Rebar. So Rebar is a cafe that supports this mission. And I've actually eaten here, and I did not know that they were part of the Renewal Center. So they have, I think I got a waffle and some fruit, and they have smoothies on site, and they were delicious. And so the cafe helps fund the nonprofit program. So it's a pay it forward model, and people can still eat and help out. Again, the Renewal Center and the Rebar sort of supplements that. Now, one thing I want to mention in the back of Rebar is the community fridge. Right behind Rebar, so if you just go behind, they have a fridge that is stocked with perishables. And the way I found this is I was just on social media scrolling through, and I saw this gentleman standing next to this fridge. And I looked into it, and I was like, where is this? Because I don't know where this is located. And it happens to be behind Rebar. And so this is a fridge that is stocked with perishable items, constantly being restocked. And so there's not really a time frame of giving you, okay, on Monday it gets restocked. People come all the time to restock the fridge and the freezer with goods, as well as they have a set of shelves with non-perishable goods. So if you need something, you can just roll in the back of Rebar, check out what they have. They might have something to help you out, and then go out about your day. So really, this is a good community base. It's stocked. There's no one thing they're going to put in there, but they have a variety of things. I think the last time somebody was saying they were going to stock it with deer meat that they just had too much of it. So they were going to pack the freezer part with deer meat. And somebody else brought a bunch of eggs that they had from their chicken coop that they couldn't, keep any longer. So just know the fridge is constantly getting stocked with drinks, eggs, salads, I think one day that people brought. So really, really good, way that the community constantly gives back, and you can just check in at any hour of the day. Okay, so next I'm going to talk about with regards to charities and nonprofits is Resale With A Purpose. So in Four Corners of Tomball, that's the strip center that has Tomball Theater, there is Resale With A Purpose. So this is volunteer run, and they encourage both treasure hunting as well as a social connection and finding things that you need. So nonprofit turning donated goods into community support, which is very important. They were established in 2014, so they've been around for quite some time, and 100% of its profits go to local charities and faith-based organizations, which is fantastic. I think places like Goodwill, they run about a 90% profits go to other charities. So this is really nice that 100% of profits go to charities. And they have, since 2014, they have donated more than $2 million to organizations. So that's a lot of money in a short period of time. Like Team, they do fund medical care and emergency aid and education programs. So they're doing a lot in the community to help out. And like I said, it's right there next to the Tomball movie theater. There's Goodwill. And then on the end is where you're going to find the Resale With A Purpose. So definitely check it out. When you're donating, remember to maybe donate with Resale With A Purpose, and just know that they have really given back to the community. I mean, $2 million is a lot of money to give back, as well as 100% of their profits go to local charities. So that is it for Charities Nonprofit for Lindsay Knows Local. Remember to always message us to let us know what you want to hear about, whether that's food or entertainment or just something that you found and you're like, what is this? We'll see you next time. That's your local update. Make sure you're following along because we'll be posting every Thursday of Tomball and the surrounding areas. And if you're thinking about going to Tomball or anywhere near Tomball and the surrounding areas, just know that I'd love to help you. I'll see you guys next week. That's Lindsay Knows Local. This episode is sponsored by Bostic Marketing Production. If you're a business or organization that needs video production, live streaming, or content that looks and sounds professional, check them out. And thanks again to our sponsors for making the show possible. If you have any ideas or questions that you would like to know, we would love to hear from you. Make sure you message us on anything that you want to talk about topic-wise, and we'll see you next week.